Right, we have a full slate of Premier League fixtures to look forward to this weekend. Friday night we have Fulham versus Wolves, and then on Saturday we have Man City versus Leeds, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, Chelsea. Sunday we see Burnley play Newcastle, West Ham play Leicester City, Tottenham play Man United, Sheffield United play Arsenal, and then on Monday night you have West Brom versus Southampton and Brighton Hove Albion versus Everton. Not many good fixtures, but there's obviously one or two that stand out to the crowd. I mean, obviously we'll start off with the big game on Saturday between Liverpool and Aston Villa, 3 o'clock kickoff. Liverpool are closing in on that top four. They're obviously level on points with Spurs. Villa have got their game in hand of the teams above them, a couple of points back behind Liverpool. There's obviously Jack Grealish didn't play at the weekend, but he could be expect to play some minutes this weekend, you'd think, for Dean Smith's side.
Their nightmare returns.
Yes. So all in all,
and the news agrees the word is he actually might not even feature in this one either.
Really?
Yeah, it's getting confusing now, the whole thing, and I just can't be asked to go into detail on it, but I still have hope, albeit a very small amount of it.
And the fact you're playing at Anfield as well gives you a bit more
They
hope.
are going to have revenge deep in their minds.
You would think so, but it's Liverpool this season. I don't know what Liverpool side to expect.
They will have their eyes on doing what they did to Crystal Palace against us.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that, but I just can't. Like, last season I would have convincingly said, right, Liverpool are going to absolutely smash Villa here and win quite comfortably. This season I'm just like, can they actually get a victory here? I don't know why I'm doubting Liverpool so much.
No, I don't know why you're doubting them either. I'm joking. No, I have a lot of hope. I feel like the end of the last game for us was hopefully the spark to relight us again. Like, we're still sort of in a hunt for Europe, if I'm being generous.
There is that little bit of hope that is possible for you, obviously, with the game in hand, like I was saying.
But we're right in it.
Oh, 100% you are. And it would move us on to 46 points. Obviously, you'd be a point behind Everton, who don't play until later on the weekend, and then you'd only 3 points behind Liverpool. So,
and obviously, big thing as well, we have to play Everton twice.
Yeah, so it's definitely not anything out of the contention yet for a European place for your side. Obviously, the other big game we have on Sunday evening, or early evening, Man United Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
How much has changed since the last time they faced.
I mean, they've just completely flipped the switch. The pair of them have just swapped places. United have gone on a decent run, and I think maybe we've lost 2 or 3 times in the last 23, 24 games. Obviously not playing the best of football at times against some of the smaller teams, but you look at Spurs on the opposite hand, they've just completely faltered away from what we said in October. Were Spurs actually looking like title contenders after that match? And
do you know do you know what the definition of Tottenham is?
Yes.
Well, I don't know what one you're thinking of, but the perfect phrase for them is 2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
3 steps back. Oh, that's what I was gonna. That is the Spurs of age. You look like good going forward. Oh, potentially league winners. They're actually Tottenham Hotspurs. That's not what we do. We don't win titles around here.
Question: do you think Tottenham actually have to get something from this?
Yeah. I don't think a draw is good enough for them, and I think they have to walk away here with the 3 points, because United have got nothing to lose this weekend, because no matter what results do, they're still in second place. And we've said it before, they're not going to win the league title, although there is obviously still that hope and small chance it's unrealistically to happen.
And we also don't know the state of what you'll be like after the Europa League game
against Granada, and obviously they're welcoming back Marcus Rashford from injury because he has travelled with the squad for that fixture that takes place later on this evening for us. So it's going to be an interesting one to see how United set up, obviously with tonight's game in mind, and it's obviously to get that result against a top six side is obviously something United want, because there's all that this season that United haven't beaten a top six side or done well against them. There's like so many draws and that, so that's one thing to take into consideration. But at the same time, I think Spurs need this victory more to keep that potential Europa League and last Champions League dream alive, which at this moment in time isn't looking very likely at all, is it?
Then again, the Europa Conference League will be the only trophy Jose hasn't won. So,
well, that's even if they qualify for that.
And that's if he's even there.
Well, exactly. We all know what Jose is like. When it comes to his third season, he'll be gone and looking elsewhere for a job. And then the game prior to that, on Sunday afternoon, is West Ham versus Liverpool in
Leicester.
third versus... Yeah, sorry, Leicester. I don't know why I said Liverpool. Leicester versus West Ham at 2:05. Third versus fourth. No one would have said that months ago that them two would be third and fourth in the league. Leicester maybe, but West Ham, no one would have said that at the start of the season.
Even West Ham fans weren't saying that.
It's crazy to see how well both teams have done. David Moyes has done an incredible job with them this season, and it's going to be a really entertaining game, I think.
I'm very intrigued
for these two sides.
Yeah, it should be. It may be the most open. I don't know if it would be the most open game of the weekend, considering Man City and Leeds are playing each other. So,
well, yeah.
But no, I'm expecting something very good. Two tactical geniuses going one-on-one with one another in David Moyes and Brendan Rodgers.
5 years ago, we wouldn't have been saying that.
And you all wanted him out at Man United. Think where you'd be right now.
What, 2 places below what we currently are?
You'd probably have 2 Champions Leagues, 4 Premier League titles.
Yeah, he was always the one. He needed more time than he was given to do anything at United. So,
but you all wanted him out, so some of the consequences.
Yeah. And I was part of the crew that wanted him out, so hey, I'm not to complain anyway. Yeah, on paper, like we said, this could actually be one of the best games of the weekend in the Premier League, and like you said, tactically, between the two managers, going to be a very interesting matchup. Elsewhere, we have 2 relegation 6-pointers on our hands. The first one being on Friday evening between Fulham and Wolves at Craven Cottage. Fulham, with victory, will jump out of the relegation zone for 2 days at least, because obviously Newcastle play on Sunday afternoon against Burnley. Wolves, they're having a really off season.
I will get to Wolves, but no, I think Fulham, as long as they can play for 90 minutes, they have a very good chance of getting a needed win.
Yeah.
But Wolves, can't wait for this. They're not doing it. I think this has been a massive underachievement this season for what was expected of them.
Oh, 100%. Everyone for them this season was expecting European football to qualify for European football and have a good season again as well. They haven't really, what have they realistically changed that has made them go so bad?
Not really sure, but they have gone backwards.
Yeah.
And if it's interesting, because you probably haven't read beyond the scenes stuff, apparently Nolly's all very well with them. Yeah. Sales could happen in the summer to make way for them to actually bring in players. So the likes of Neto, Neves, Traore, they're all probably available.
I mean, what's the point of buying Vic and Traore? You have to buy 6 litres of baby oil as well, just for nothing.
Their situation almost screams Randy Lerner 2010. We failed in it. We missed out on a mission, and then we spent too much, and we have to start cutting back a little bit.
Could be the case, but it also seems the fact that with Raul Jimenez getting injured, obviously he's back in training and don't know when he'll be able to feature again, if he does feature again this season. But their goals really have dried up for them with his absence, haven't they?
Well, with his absence, lest we forget they spent 30 million on a striker and also loaned another one in, so they replaced him.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't spend 38 million or whatever it was. It wasn't that much, but it's a lot of money to spend and not have him score loads of goals. I don't care how young he is. I don't care how young he is. You can't spend that much money and him not deliver.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from on that situation. Like, he does have to be delivering some sort of goals, and that's why we're giving the same criticism to Timo Werner. Yes, Werner is a lot older and has scored goals, but his price tag is also what we've been talking about. Is like how much Chelsea bought him for, and he's failing to score. So Wolves have to be held at the same accountability level.
Especially with where they are, they're very lucky that. They're very lucky that the likes of Fulham, Newcastle haven't got more points. If you've seen Sable,
yeah,
they're slowly. They're just slowly getting involved in. I think they've done enough. They're not going down.
Yeah, I think the likes of Brighton, Newcastle, Fulham will be the others that go down, with West Brom and Sheffield United. And obviously, speaking of Newcastle United, they play on Sunday, like we said. They head to Turf Moor for the midday kickoff against Burnley. 15th versus 17th place. There's only a couple of points separating the two sides.
So how do they do it?
Who, Newcastle or Burnley?
I'm not about Newcastle, but you could bring Burnley into the situation. But how do they seem to get points when they're clearly looking so bad?
I have no idea. It baffles me, to be honest, because like we said, I said the other week, this Newcastle team it's too good to be down there, but they are.
Oh no, it isn't. Oh, trust me, you are the only person that would ever say that. No Newcastle fan would ever say those words.
Not with Steve Bruce at the helm, but I think with a different manager, I think they'd be a bit further up the table. I'm not saying they'd be a top half team or challenging for Europe, but I'd say they'd be better placed than what they currently are.
Fully fit squad, maybe.
Yeah,
current
that's what I want
squad.
About. They had a fully squad.
You ain't going to get it. Say that.
Yeah, the current crop of players that they've got fit and available, they're in the right position. But a fully fit squad, they should be a lot higher up than they are in the table at the minute.
Yeah, maybe mid-table. What if they have a fully fit Saint-Maximin, Wilson, Moran, an actual Joel Linton worth his price tag?
Well, he never was worth that 40 million in the first place. Like, he's the biggest waste of 40 million I can think of in recent years. Well,
no, we don't know the add-ons of Fabio Silva yet.
True. And when you look at Burnley's problem is they don't score goals. They've scored 24 goals this season, which is a joint lowest with Fulham.
Yeah, they're very reliant on the likes of...
Sorry, second lowest. I forgot about Sheffield United. They've only scored 17.
Well, you just forget a low number of 17.
No, I just completely about how bad Sheffield United were doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, heavily reliant on Chris Wood this season.
Yeah, Matt Vidra is another one when he comes off the bench. I think Ashley Barnes would have been in other seasons as well.
Yeah. It's one of them where someone like a Dwight Gale in this squad probably would have been scoring goals and have them maybe a touch higher, but I think that's been their main problem, is they haven't been scoring goals in these close fought games, and that's what has got them in this relegation fight with the other teams around them.
Yeah, it's something they've never improved on.
No,
they've always been happy to have that.
Yeah, I think as long as they're not relegated, I think this Burnley board in the past, obviously we don't know what this new owners are going to be like when they have a full season in charge, but they do seem quaint with just Premier League safety rather than anything else, because they're slowly becoming like a Stoke City side, like they're never in real threat of relegation. They're not going to do much for the Premier League, so they make up for like 9th to 16th realistically for Burnley.